Cool, finals here against Mogwog. Pretty cool name, actually. Hello and good luck, Mogwog. Yes, I definitely want to play first. Cool. We got to keep lots of removal spells. Random 2-drop. We saw how much work that guy did just on as an on-the-play 2-drop, so I'll hang out with this guy. And my opponent mulled down a little bit. Let's see. Even though I want a lot of swamps. You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do 1-1 anyway, but still. There you go. Ooh, Swampy versus Swampy. Tenacious Dead. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Looks like I'm going to hang on to my Goblin Shortcutter. Since all it's going to do is get into this, it's going to be much more of just a prevent block kind of thing. So I'll just take a point of damage here or there. I don't think the Tenacious Dead is going to be particularly scary. For a little while, at least. I guess I should have F6, which I just did, in case something blue relevant comes down, like a Seacoast Drake. Not really relevant. The Quag Sickness can take care of that, so I'm okay with it. And it's not under not that much pressure. Is there a destroy target enchantment or something in these colors? I mean, I'm pretty sure Quag Sickness is going to take it out. I might as well just wait. No, because if I draw like a 4-drop or a creature next turn, I'm going to want to play the swamp, kill it, and then do it. And with a Doomblade and a Volcanic Geyser back up here. Or maybe, is Tenacious Dead relevant? Since it can't... I just don't know how relevant these creatures are right now. Gosh, what do I do? I feel like my deck has problems getting through the Seacoast Drake, but for now, it's still just a couple points of damage. Yeah, it allows my opponent to be a little far ahead. I just don't want to waste some of my good removal spells, and Quag Sickness is actually better right now than it is on average in my deck, because I actually have 3 swamps. So, I'm just going to hang out. My opponent doesn't play anything. Maybe I'll play the Quag Sickness. Oh yeah, see, there's the Warden. It's that much better for Quag Sickness. And we're just kind of flooding anyway. I'll play a Mountain in order, because I'm just doing the Quag Sickness on the Warden. Oh, I overtapped. I'm like, what's going on? Keep Shock represented here. And then pass the turn. Just need to draw a creature. Creature would be cool. Eventually taking a bunch of single points of pings is not going to be fun for me. So I need to get a little more of my own pressure on board here. Ooh, Water Servant. So that might get Doombladed. Yay for having removal. And a lot of it. I mean, maybe I do just Goblin Shortcutter at this point. Because I could have been attacking back, you know? And I don't feel like I'm going to be in a position ever in the near future to where I'm going to have like a really big swing. Yeah, we're going to do that. Then we're going to Doomblade the Water Servant. Negate's a thing, so I will just go ahead and do it now. I mean, I could have moved to have my opponent, pump some mana and waste a turn with the Water Servant, but I don't see that happening in blue. I just don't want to get blown out by a negate on my Doomblade. Oh, green. That's interesting. Not what I was expecting. By any means, actually. Ooh, and a Trollhide. That guy is definitely going to need to get a Volcanic Geyser at some point. We have a couple turns to do it, but yeah. Well, we got better targets now. I am glad I got rid of these guys with the removals I had. In 2 turns I'll have the Volcanic Geyser for the Seacoast Drake. The issue is the forest going to be up or not, so alas. Now the race really is on. Hey, well at least we're drawing some lands. Can only do 4 to the Seacoast Drake, so I can't actually do anything at the moment. Yeah. Technically, if I don't draw anything good, this stalemate is obviously favoring my opponent, who's 7 life points ahead of me. And I don't see my opponent. Oh, and now there's a second forest? Ooh, this is going to be hard to kill the Seacoast Drake ever. All I can hope is that my opponent's like a 6-drop or something, but even that's scary, because I'm taking an entire turn to do Volcanic Geyser. Then what? Yeah, exactly. My opponent can just, like, hang out right now while I flood on out. I'm not too worried about the pings here. I mean, yes, it's relevant at this point, but I don't want to throw away the Goblin Shortcutter for absolutely no reason. I just gotta hope that green gets tapped out at some point so that I can get rid of the Seacoast Drake. Taking 4. Down to 3. My opponent could just be sitting on an Essence Scatter or something. I mean, only 2 cards in hand. Hey, that is a wonderful rip. Not particularly awesome, but it does make my opponent at least use it once. I mean, I might have to be 2 for 1 here, but I can't exactly do anything about that. Do I save the Goblin Shortcutter to trade with this guy? Oh, I'm on a 3-turn clock. No, I'm going to keep putting the pressure on. Maybe this will make my opponent play a Pump Spell on Tenacious Dead. And then I'll just Volcanic Geyser the Tenacious Dead, which is actually not horrible because it can still be regenerated. That was a bad call. I forget how Tenacious Dead works. I always think of it like the Claustro. Yep, that's pretty much game. But my opponent can guess as to what I may or may not have. Another Doomblade, maybe. But yeah, I'm just gonna take the hits. That's all I can do. I'm not gonna show the Volcanic Geyser by any means. So in sideboarding, my opponent seems to be splashing green, though I wouldn't personally splash Trollhide. Ooh, Shiz's Embrace, that would have been nice. We just got a little flooded there, although my opponent did have to mull, so I can't complain. Ring Flesh. Destroy our artifact? No. This could be relevant. And this can be relevant. This is the kind of deck where I like Flesh Pulper Giant. If my opponent's playing a bunch of like 2/2 flyers and stuff, I kind of like this quite a bit. What doesn't do good things here? We can always get rid of a Dinky 2-drop, Child of the Night, Corpse Hauler, especially the X ones are way less exciting against the 1/1 Undead Dude, plus just a 1/3 in general. And I think my opponent's not so fast with playing 3 colors, so I think the Flesh Pulper Giant will be good. Kind of like the Academy Raiders here. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take out Child of the Night, which just gets blanked too easily. The Goblin Shortcutter at least has that little like extra pump-in swing. I could take out the Goblin Shortcutter to bring like Ring Flesh as well, which could be fairly relevant. Or Seismic Stomp, but again, I'm not going aggressive, so even though this will probably help me get in a lot of points of damage, I'm more worried about having bigger guys than anything else. Yeah, I think I'll do the Ring Flesh. I think that'll be a little bit more solid. Cool. Let's do that build. I'm gonna play first again. Yeah, we'll keep 2 removal spells, and then Canny Minotaur I'm sure will come on time. See if Mogwag needs to mulligan. Probably is going to mulligan aggressively with having the 3-card or the 3-color decks, but didn't. Play this guy out for the shock value. Shocky, shocky. Pass the turn. Against my opponent, Flames of Firebrand could actually be a 2-for-1. Doesn't always happen in this format because of the massive amounts of toughness in all the creatures, but against blue, does regularly turn into 2-for-1, so that's kind of nice. What you got? Nothing? Alright, so my opponent's holding on for a turn. I'm perfectly okay doing the exact same thing. Don't think there's any 2 flash creatures, so the removal spells aren't really relevant on my turn. I could have 6, but I kind of just want to not signal that I have shock. You know, it's probably pretty obvious. Ooh, perfect mana. Aren't you happy, Mogwog? Okay. Still nothing. I'm happy to play the wait game, which means I don't want to get Essence Scattered, my one and only creature that I can play at the moment. So I'm not going to play Canyon Minotaur into Blue Mage. That's my conservative route. Mind you, my opponent playing 3 colors may not even have an Essence Scatter in deck. I haven't seen it yet. But since my next creature is a 7-drop, I'm just a little too worried about that. And I'm with my deck in hand, I don't know what my opponent's cards are, but I'm feeling pretty okay with the amount of power I have on the board. Now I will. Now that I drew my backup, I have to pull the Essence Scatter out of hand anyway. Would I rather have a 3-3 or a 5-3 that has to attack? I think my opponent's going to have a hard time with a 5-3. Especially if I have some removal spells. So yeah, I will go ahead and play Canyon Minotaur. Is the Essence Scatter here? No, it wasn't. Ooh, that's even better for me. Sweet. So that's very good. Now we can start getting some pressure on. So I'm not too sure what my opponent's waiting on. 5-drop. Ooh, an Air Servant. So that's going to take a Flames the Firebrand for sure. I'm not sure what my opponent's holding out for. There we go. One more turn, and Flesh Pulper Giant will probably get something. But yeah, the Flames is just... Actually, I'd rather hang on with the Flames. So if my opponent wants to make the trade... Hello. Who are you? Then I will let that happen. Alright, sorry about that. Here we are back. Let's go ahead and Flames the Firebrand. It does put me back a turn, but I think that's relevant enough while my opponent's tapped out to really just get rid of that nasty guy. Keep shock up again. Ooh, sensory deprivation. Okay. Tenacious Dead. I guess I could put Lightning Talons on the Canyon Minotaur. That is definitely an option. Shocky target? Or tap your last swamp? I'll shock the Tenacious Dead. Maybe. Meh. It's not super relevant. I can just block it for days with Canyon Minotaur. I'm definitely playing all these guys out because I do want to have a bunch of mountains available should I end up getting one of my fire breathers on board, or like a Shiv's Embrace or something. Don't want to play Lightning Talons, don't really need it yet. And again, I just want to say that as like a final blow for the kill spell. Wow, another sensory deprivation. Interesting. Well, still a 2-3 has attack, so it's not exactly awesome, but at least the Mari Malhorn does something. But we're in a stalemate for quite some time here. Would love it if my opponent played like a 2-2 flyer of some kind, so that I can play Flesh Pulper Giant next turn, and ooh, or Scavenging Ooze. Unfortunately, there is a creature in a graveyard here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gosh. One extra land would really get this Scavenging Ooze something special. Let's see if my opponent blocks Scavenging Ooze with Scavenging Ooze and then like pumps it or something to kill it, because then we can get him with a shock, so that'll be pretty cool. Ugh. Gots to attack. Should not be blocking with Scavenging Ooze. Might be tempting, but don't do it. Yeah, that's exactly what you should be doing. That's fine. Let that happen. Oh. My opponent seems to have won it. Oh, can it come back? Or is my opponent going to scavenge right now? So it does come back. 7. I want to do a Flesh Pulper to kill it, but just in response then, my opponent's going to pay a forest to remove it and make it a 3/3. I'd rather just get the battlefield, I'd rather just get the Sliver down and then have Shock up for if my opponent wants to go for that play. Because right now, Shock will negate if my opponent ends up doing that. Greedy much? Please do it. Yes. So happy. That's what we needed. Alright. Now we're a little bit on board here. A couple of attackers to get us there. Hello, chat. Gosh, another big old thing. Ooh, Colossal Well. Gosh, how many big old things do you have? I mean, that's it. I need a Doomblade. Okay. So, Colossal Well is going to come in next turn and take out one of my guys. Can't really help that. Can I win this race? I think we do a Flesh Pulper Giant to get rid of the Tenacious Dead. No, I mean, it gets rid of it for now. I think the Marauding Maulhorn is just going to, like, get eaten by the Colossal Well here. And what I need are 2 blockers for the Colossal Well. That way, if my opponent wants to attack in with the Colossal Well, then it can only exile 1, and then I can block and kill it. I mean, it's still an inherent 2-for-1, but that's just going to happen. Now, so if I put Lightning Talons on the Marauding Maulhorn, attack with both, my opponent can't block. It'll probably just, lose the Tenacious Dead, take 5 damage from one of them, and then kill the other one next turn, and then I'm kind of lost without anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I play the Flesh Pulper Giant, Tenacious Dead goes away, but then the Colossal Well eats the Marauding Maulhorn, which has to attack. That's no bueno. I can attack with the Battle Sliver and just see if my opponent does anything. I'm going to attack with the Battle Sliver no matter what, I guess. But again, if I have 2 5 toughness dudes back, then the Colossal Well can't really do anything. So if I play the Fire Cat with Lightning Talons on it, then I have a 7/1 First Strike. That could be the one that my opponent gets rid of, but then I still have a block here. Ugh, but then the Marauding Maulhorn is just gone no matter what. I don't know what's right here. I think I just need to put the Fire Cat down, Lightning Talons on it, have the Marauding Maulhorn get eaten by the Colossal Whale. That just seems so bad. Gosh, I don't know what to do, man. I think I just attack. I think I attack with both and play the Fire Cat as well and try to have some, like, double blocks later. So difficult. Okay, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna do the Lightning Talons. We're just doing a race now at this point. We're putting Lightning Talons on the Marauding Maulhorn. We're going to attack in with both the Battle Sliver and the Maulhorn. Get my opponent 5 points of damage in. And then hope that with our follow-up plays, we have enough pressure to win a race. Because I'm pretty much sure that's the only way to do this, is put a lot of pressure so Colossal Whale doesn't want to be attacking. That's great. My opponent can't bring back Tenacious Dead, so I like that. I presume the Maulhorn's going to get killed this turn with an attack. Then I'm still attacking back for 9. And we're just trying to do the race game. What do you have in hand? Hopefully it's a 2 toughness, like Fly or something, so that the Flesh Pulper Giant can come down, kill it. We get a nice attack in for 9 points of damage, and have some more power backup, and then we should have the game at that point. But, oh gosh. Okay. Ooh. But still, if my opponent wants to try to race, that's going to be really hard. That means the Colossal Whale is eating 2 cards a turn. Ay, 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 ay. So, Marauding Maulhorn's dead no matter what. I think we still just do 9 and just have to hope for that. But if I attack in with all 3, yeah, I have to. That's the way I win. I have to just put pressure on online. Ooh, okay. So I see what's going on. I'm going to block the big guy, only takes 6 points of damage, which means not anywhere near as lethal as they would be. Seven kills the Flesh Pulper Giant next turn. I only have 6 points back, but kind of got to do it. You know what? I might have just gotten flustered there. I might have just wanted to save it, the Flesh Pulper. So the Colossal Whale can't necessarily be attacking. Not too sure if that was right or not. The opponent attacks, exiles the Flesh Pulper Giant. There's still only 6 points coming across. My opponent's just digging. I mean, any creature gets my opponent to win, but we have more pressure, and luckily we drew a creature, so yeah, we're just going to keep the pressure on. Try to get out of it that way. Alrighty. That's going to be very helpful. My opponent has to attack with the whale, though, right? Because don't I win with the air? I'm not too sure. Yeah, we're attacking with everything, right? I mean, this guy's going to get eaten no matter what. Yeah, we're still attacking with everything. And that's it? Is there a pump or no? We got there. Alright, that was close. And now I have to be careful in the next game. I'm at 10 minutes here, so. Whew. Man. Flesh Pulper Giant? Not too sure how great I like you anymore. My opponent's got some sweet rares. Destroy target creature with flying. It's not anything in my colors. What am I looking at? This could be very relevant against the guy. Though I'm kind of looking to go a little more aggressive here. Because I don't think I can outplay the late game that my opponent has. Maybe pull out the Flesh Pulper again. I don't know if that's right or not. I definitely want some extra creatures, so if that race happens again, I have more options. So I do want another 2-drop. So I want to pull out Ring Flesh. Channel Knight's just too easily blanked by what my opponent has. Do I want to get rid of Flesh Pulper Giant to bring Seismic Stomp in? Continue the race? No, I think this is best. Alright. We'll do that. See if we can't eke out a win. Ooh, this is interesting. This is a great last game to the tournament here. I love it. Okay, here's our hand. What a bomb hand. Unfortunately, we got a mulligan in this. Oh man, come on. We had such a fun... Oh, I'm keeping it. I got 2 2-drops and 2 3-drops. But man, I was so excited. This was like such a fun match. And then now it's just like, oh, great, cool. Let's just mull it all away. Mull it all away. Well, at least we have a little bit of help here. Counter Raider's going to do basically nothing. But who knows? Maybe my opponent was greedy and kept something. Oh, Scavenger Ooze. Well, if I draw a Swamp soon, that will be good, right? Corpse Hauler. Just gotta let no creatures die for a little bit. Unless Scavenger Ooze is the first one that dies. And the Warden. Not awesome. Swamp. Swamp. Not Shiv's Embrace. Well, I gotta progress the board. We'll do a Goblin Shortcutter, so the Warden can't block. And then I'll attack in with a Corpse Hauler. If my opponent wants to trade the Scavenging Ooze, fine. Till then, we're just gonna do 2 points of damage. Ouchie. We are somewhat winning this race. Believably. Or unbelievably, rather. Just keep shock up. I didn't see pumps for my opponent. It looks like green was splashed for the Scavenging Ooze and for the Troll Hide. I'm definitely going to try to kill a Scavenging Ooze now. Yay! So that worked. Alrighty. Hopefully my opponent's just screwed. Okay. I was going to say, hopefully my opponent's just screwed. I would definitely... Oh, double sensory deprivation. Okay, I see what you're doing there. See what's happening. Hey, 3-drop. Do I rather have an Academy Raider to start digging me out of this? I mean... But Shiv's Embrace is kind of one of the ways I win. Or just get Dragon Egg down now. And these Academy Raiders can be attacking for a point here or there. And help me get rid of something. And I'll probably just end up, if I don't get anything, sacrificing Corpse Hauler to get back a Dragon Egg I discard of some kind. Oh yeah, 9 minutes. Pretty quickly. Quick decisions, quick decisions. I'm F6'd. I can't decide anything. Alright. No play? That's good. Oh, great. Well, at least that makes my decision super easy. We're getting rid of the Minotaur Abomination for sure. Okay. And we will discard that guy. And hey, we drew a land. That's actually very good. So what do I want to do? I can go ahead and Shiv's Embrace up. For now, I'll keep taking my 2 and just play the Dragon Egg out. Shiv's Embrace will be next turn. Don't like having to F6 here, but kind of have to because of time. Would love to represent a shock or something, but don't have it. My opponent's still screwed on land. Might be able to get there in the nearest future. Oh, yay, that's really good. We're going to go ahead and Flames and also attack for 1. So let's do that now. Get rid of that guy. I'm not going to discard anything to the Academy Raiders because I actually like the spells I have. My opponent's gonna be like, what just happened? Root Walla, okay. Yes. That's exactly what I want. I'm gonna say, can't have Essence Scatter. Please don't have Essence Scatter. Okay. Nope. Not gonna discard Shiv's Embrace. Sure, I'm gonna put it on the Academy Raiders as soon as I have time. Ooh, there goes Swamp. God, another sensory deprivation. That is insane. Well, I got blockers on the ground for days. There's that. Interesting. Please attack with Root Walla. I would love to get my dragon online. That would be just swell. Yeah, I think I have to go for it here. I still have a bunch of defense, so that's fine. But I want to start doing some serious damage. Nope. Still like my cards. I can play them at least. I don't want to get rid of something I can play and then draw a 5 or above or something. That would be a bummer. Check for 2? Okay. I'm all about it. Basically did nothing because that just gives me 2 more points of damage in the air. And we're going to go for the win here. See if my opponent has anything. Still have plenty of backup. We'll do a 2 pump. And then keep Dewblade up. Hey, there we go. Whew! That was somewhat challenging, but very good games. Unfortunately, my opponent just right away jumped out, but still, man, whew, that was nail-biting. I was very worried that the mole down was going to make it very uneventful, but wow, what a fun end to the draft. Yay! Thanks for watching. Hey, check out the website, www.manabluff.com. I'm Ryan. Find me on Twitter, __RJH__, and leave comments, subscribe, like, anywhere you want, how you want. Thanks for watching. Hope to catch you next week.